Well, the court haven't even established jurisdiction. I mean, in order for jurisdiction has to be established first. I'm confused about what's actually going on. First off, who's alleging these charges? That's what I'm curious about. There's a common law principle which states that for there to be a crime, there must be a victim. Corpus delicti. The state cannot be the injured party. And in the absence of a victim, there can be no crime.
I'm going to hold Mr. Garner in contempt of court. He is directly violating the court's order.
All right, folks, this judge absolutely loses patience with a smug sovereign citizen, and it's honestly hilarious. The guy is facing 17 charges, yes 17, and he's pulling the same tired sovereign citizen routine. I don't recognize the authority of this court. As if saying that will magically make everything vanish. He's clearly memorized the script and just will not stop talking, no matter how many times the judge shuts him down. So what do you think? Is this guy completely delusional, or is he just trying to waste time and angle for a retrial? Let's dive into this sovereign citizen train wreck.
Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
What is your middle name? Can you remove your hat, please? And your scarf. What is your middle name, Mr. Garner?
Earl.
Earl?
No.
Mr. Garner, do you want to offer on these or do you want to go to trial?
I would like to know what the charges are.
Okay. This is the city of Detroit versus James Earl Garner. Case number SP 11000435, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 11695. Those are driving license expired. Misdemeanor, no insurance, insurance misdemeanor, thank you, and an improper plate misdemeanor, all of them punishable by maximum possible penalty of 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines. SP 1169507, counts 1 and counts 2, expired license and no insurance misdemeanor, both punishable by 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines. SP 1169521, same improper plates, same punishment, $500 and 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines, maximum possible penalty. SP 1223079, driver one license suspended. SP 1273761, SP 1927512. 3 of those tickets are all punishable by 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines. SP 1547006, counts 1, counts 2, and counts 3. Those are civil infractions. SP 1547407, counts 1 and counts 2. Count 1 being a driver while license suspended repeat offender. This one is in warrant status, probably an old case that he didn't pay. SP 800104, counts 1 and counts 2. 1 being an unregistered untitled, he owes $1,194 on that. And SP and count 2 of that is a drug while license improper. It looks like he has a $114 fine on that. State of Michigan versus James Earl Garner, case number SX 36268561. That is a drug while license expired, and that will be $500 maximum possible penalty, 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines. Appearance for the record, please.
Sherika Harris on behalf of Mr. Garner. Mr. Garner, please state your name for the record.
First off, I do have a couple.
You got to state your name first. You got to state your name first.
No,
Let's start there.
Wait a minute, Ms. Harris. Wait a minute, Ms. Harris. I think Mr. Garner is going to represent himself. Am I correct, Mr. Garner?
I'm representing myself in what? I mean,
So this guy is facing 17 charges and decides he doesn't want a lawyer. Yeah, that totally makes sense, right? But seriously, I've always wondered how sovereign citizens even end up thinking like this. Where does it come from? Is someone recruiting them? Do they all sit in some underground meeting learning to say, I do not consent to be governed, and just hope for the best? What's wild is that the law literally gives you the right to an attorney, and this guy's like, nah, I got this, while standing in front of a judge who is clearly exhausted with this nonsense. And honestly, how do people even find this stuff? Are they just binge-watching YouTube? Maybe they stumble across videos like mine and think, yeah, this is totally going to work. Quick reality check for anyone thinking about going the sovereign citizen route: don't. I have never ever seen one of these people win a single court case. Not one. With that said, let's dive back into the chaos. If you want it more savage, more neutral for monetization, or shortened for a hook, I can tweak it instantly.
I'm confused about what's actually going on. First off, who's alleging these charges? That's what I'm curious about.
State of Michigan, City of Detroit.
Okay, well, if that's the case, there's a common law principle which states that for there to be a crime, there must be a victim. Corpus delicti. The state cannot be the injured party. And in the absence of a victim, there can be no crime.
We want to do it.
Withdrawing my name from the record on that one. Thank you.
I know. How do you want to proceed, Mr. Garner? You set the matter. I'll enter a not guilty plea on his behalf. Give him a $0 bond. Either set the matter for trial, or I'll wait for the city to give you an offer. What do you want to do?
Well, the court hasn't even established jurisdiction. I mean, in order for jurisdiction has to be established first, and there's no jurisdiction established. And once jurisdiction is challenged, that must be settled before charges can be brought.
All right. Do you want to put that in a motion, sir?
As far as I'm concerned, any and all charges must be dismissed because there is no complaining witness, and the state cannot be.
I'm not gonna listen. If that's your motion, I'm gonna deny the motion. Okay. So all we're gonna do now, we're not gonna keep going back and forth. Either you take an offer or you set the matter for trial. Which one do you want?
Respectfully, in order for this to continue, there must be a complaining witness, and the state cannot be a complaining witness. Now, if I'm entitled to a fair trial, the law states there must be a victim. I'm just requesting, who is the victim? Who did I injure?
The citizens of the city of Detroit and the state of Michigan are the victims.
The state cannot be a victim. And if that's the case,
I said the citizens of the city of Detroit and the state of Michigan are the victims.
if that's the case,
Mr. Garner, can we just go into a breakout room and then maybe I can give you a little bit of advice to assist you with moving forward? Would you be agreeable to that?
Sure.
Okay, awesome.
Here's a tightened, polished rewrite that keeps the frustration and commentary tone but flows much better. Saying respectfully right before getting openly hostile toward the judge is not what that word means. This guy is completely out of line. And honestly, Judge Perkins needs to step in here, because at this point, it feels like the sovereign citizen is running the courtroom. He's talking over the judge, making up his own rules, and acting like he's in charge. Now look, I've gone on plenty of rants about Zoom court. I get it, they save time and money. But when you're dealing with sovereign citizens, these hearings really need to be in person. The moment they're standing in a real courtroom, in front of a real judge, that tough guy act starts to disappear. It might not vanish for everyone, but for the average person thinking about trying this sovereign citizen nonsense, they're not pulling it in person. It's just too embarrassing. So what do you think? Should the judge be more forceful here, or do you think he's handling it the right way? Let me know in the comments. Now, let's dive back in.
I believe he's ready, Your Honor. He's representing himself.
Let's go back on the record with Garner. What do you want to do, Mr. Garner? Do you want a trial date, or do you want an offer? Those are really your only two options.
Okay, since we are on the record, all I'm asking for is the
Okay, one last time. Now listen. Here's how it's going to go from this point on. If you don't answer the question that I asked specifically, then I'm going to hold you in contempt of court and we're gonna move from that point on, right?
So you're telling me,
Mr. Garner, we're not gonna have a
court is just going to
we're not gonna
violate
have
the
a
Constitution
conversation.
and the law.
Stop, sir. Stop, sir. Now, that's the last time I'm gonna ask you to.
On the law. Is that what I'm hearing?
All right.
I'm asking.
I'm gonna hold Mr. Garner in contempt of court. He is directly violating the court's order. I've asked him repeatedly to not interfere or add any extra commentary to this case. I've given him ample time to answer the court's question, and he continues to refuse to do so. So now I'm going to hold you in contempt, and I'm going to sentence you to 30 days Wayne County Jail, no early release.
So that means that the court is just going to violate my rights because I'm defending myself? Is that what I'm hearing?
30 days, Wayne County Jail, no early release. That'll give you some chance and some time to read up on your rights, okay? Fill out the contempt papers, Madam. So I'm going to order you to turn yourself in today, Mr. Garner, to start that jail time, okay?
So I have a question.
I'm not answering any more of your questions. Turn yourself in to the Wayne County Jail today.
So the court is going to be in direct violation of my rights in the law. Is that where we're standing?
That's how you feel. Have a good day, sir.
That's more like it. You almost never see Judge Perkins hand out contempt, so it was honestly good to finally see him do it, even if it was a bit overdue. This guy was clearly testing the limits, and sooner or later that was going to catch up with him. Judge Perkins had to step in and remind him how a courtroom actually works, and I don't blame him at all for doing that. Now, of course, the sovereign citizen is claiming the judge violated his rights, which, let's be real, is the go-to move the moment they realize they've backed themselves into a corner. It's always the same pattern. The second a judge pushes back for ignoring court orders, suddenly it's a rights violation. Like, no, you're the one causing a scene. Don't blame the judge for cleaning up your mess. What's wild is how they genuinely think this stuff is going to fly, especially considering how little legal understanding they clearly have. The judge isn't there to listen to a rant about sovereignty or whatever buzzword they're using that day, and that's exactly why this guy is ending up where he is. I know people have different takes on sovereign citizens, but like I said earlier in this video, it's really hard to understand where they're coming from. Who taught them this stuff? And why do they keep doing it when it never works? I honestly don't get it. Let me know what you thought about this court hearing in the comments below. I'm going to wrap this one up here. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more content like this. I really appreciate it, and as always, thanks for watching. Take care.